close in the middle when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance, it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking so much, slowing us down. Say less.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Bills coming up next.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Now Allen. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now Cook running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From midfield, here's Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice. because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Alert! Is it? Look out!
To throw, it's Allen. Shakir holds it in. Breaks through the contact. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here, and they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Now Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. Big strides. Look at him go. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 65 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Looking deep here for Mooney. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw, Penix. touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and a yard. Here's Allen. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Motion man is Shakir. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Has his... The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it second down and 11.
Alert! Look out!
To the air, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Allen to throw it. This taken in by Kincaid. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. It's caught by Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A give to Cook out of the gun. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Allen now looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. Allen. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Allen going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
56.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. To the air, Penix. This pass is caught by London. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Penix. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run with Robinson. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Koo knocks this one through the posts. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
Now, this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. That one goes for 24 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And looking to throw, Penix. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
That one deep for London. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half with this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half. We'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. Bucky Irving with a touchdown run. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. and that one all tied. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Robinson up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now Penix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man is Palmer. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Allen. To the right side and intercepted. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And caught by London. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
19 right. Rack at 60.
Looking to throw, Penix. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. On the give, here's Robinson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
60 by 6.
They'll try and throw with Penix. Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's able to get it to Coleman. Down to the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, 70 yards. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. That's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed, speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
after the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Falcons ready to take over. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Robinson on a give right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Into the hands of London. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Robinson again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing now is Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Palmer going to go in motion left. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Alert! Look out!
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Look out!
Here's Allen. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action. Now it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Allen going to throw. This taken in by Kincaid. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A play fake. Now Penix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watch.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And looking to throw, Penix over the middle, caught by London. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. To the air, Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball,